G'day YouTube. I don't know why my volume's gone funny on my recording. Okay, so here's all these random chips with gold on them still. Still trying to work out how to use the tall pole for positive electrode and the little one giving in hydrogen in there. You see that bubbling? Okay, so what it is the positive one causes the metal to separate and become part of the solution, while the negative one clumps the gold and whatever onto itself. However, it may well go up the wire and go on over to the main circuit, and that's what I don't really like doing. But here's proof. I'm not talking crap. Here is a bar that was like that, and it has coated the metal off of it, even the chrome, and down to whatever metal that is, whether it's silver or tin. So before it was really rich, full of settling in the last video, so I put it into another jar. And as you see, there's a lot of orange in this picture. If you take the lid off, all you see is these grey bubbles. So what I'm going to do is leave it overnight and let it settle, and keep waiting for them to just keep on settling all the heavies down. The gold will be in the bottom, the other metals will be in there. Check out this coin that I put on the positive electrode. Now, I'm not even seeing it this good, but there's some copper oxide. I'm going to give it a rinse under the tap, a bit of a scrub with my thumb, and we'll see what it is kind of. Needs an acid. So it's an Australian coin, Australian 20-cent coin, and it's from the year 2005. You can't really see that, but isn't it lovely and shiny and coppery? So there's another copper thing. I've got another one. Look at how there's a gold tinge to it. So that's gold. And when it all settles, I will wait till it's nice and clean with fluid at the top, and I'll decant that off, and maybe wash that. And anyway, I'll put more cleaning water in and let it all go down. I'm going to wash the salt out of there. So what I've put in here is water from the tap, which has chloride and fluoride, but it's basically just H2O from local tap water supply, from the tap, straight out the tap. And then I've added salt water, about 3 cups of salt. The more thicker it is, the more it can be like sodium hydroxide and be very conductive. And as you see, bubbles form on the positive electrode. So that's carbon gas. So it does contribute carbon, but also hydrogen. I've got it next to a window. Let's get that open. It has to always be in an aired place. But what I'm trying to do is electrolyze the water and the arc between the positive and the negative, and sooner or later some gold will come off those round chips that are still got gold on them. And I'll move that round to that positive pole, move it around and around, just keep going and moving it around, I'll dig it out, push it back in again, different positions after many hours, and eventually you get this kind of slushy soup. Then you settle it, then you wash out the salts, try not to wash away the nano gold, and I try to get some nano gold drink out of it, because it's just salt and water and metals. The problem is that there is now this tin stuff in amongst it, and getting into drinking tin is just about as stupid as me drinking it when it was pure gold, at least it looked like it, in this form, but without the tin. I had been using the copper electrode, so it was very coppery. And what was going on was I was drinking it, and then I found out later that after watching YouTube videos that these RAM chips, they may well have gold on it, but the thing is they also are made out of silicone, and the RAM chips have zinc in it from the welding, the solders, and lead, and that's real bad for your brain. And my brain has just been playing up, feeling real dumb, getting dizzy spells. And it's real stupid if you try to consume it. You need to reduce it down to nanoparticles of metal, fine metal particles, and then you put it into a kiln, or you can use acids into a forge. Forge can purify it down. And so I haven't got the forge, I'm still paying for it, so I'm just collecting whatever dust I can. Looking at this container, I'd say there may well only be $50 gold. Or looking at it, looks, like a lot of stuff, but it's not necessarily all what it is. Some of it is salt, some of it is other elements, and the yellow tinge is the only hint that there is gold in it. So I'm going to try to get that clumped. Might buy me some sodium metabisulfate to help me to clump it, to make no loss, because every time you decant it, you lose that which has gone into solution. So I don't want to lose in solution nor in circuit. Right, here goes the alarm calling for the fire brigade to come. This is my other invention for men who are in their 40s and have a foreskin issue. Probably non-related, but if you're spraying urine everywhere, what you do is you put your foreskin over this, and the cuts that you get when you're in your 40s come from high sugar or something, or maybe just stretched it too much. And so instead of urinating on your cuts, you urinate out this hole. And the spray, well, the rest is like a spray protector, and you can hold it over the toilet and it won't spray everywhere, and you won't get it all over your floor. Another thing, you can do it this way if you think you're spraying, and it will fine direct it to trickle like a funnel does. That's my man fixer-upper. Anybody can do it. Just get you a toothpaste thing, find a container that has a wide open mouth, like the top of a pill bottle. Mine was the top of a chlorine tester bottle from Bunnings hardware store. I'll show you this. Cathode ray tubes have these things in them at the back, and it's said to have some very good metals and looks very silvery tin type of stuff. Here's my stuffed up crucible cup that's looks a bit like it's got some gold in it. I fully destroyed one via the positive electrode in salt solution, and there's some kind of gold coming out. Apparently some gold bonded onto it. So to keep that and nano that down, in here is also gold dust. I don't think you can see it with the camera somehow, but there's brown gold dust attached to that, and a lot of black stuff. That's some sort of carbon. So I'll put that back on the windowsill. Who knows how long I'm going to live. My heart, they said I didn't have a pacemaker, it wasn't on the computer files in the hospital. And the funny thing is, testing my heart rate, it's up. And on the news they said that there was a corrupt surgeon, and they put a plastic ring and your heart sits on the plastic ring and then falls into it and then it squishes. Eventually you just have a sausage for a heart. And I think that's disgusting. It could even exist. Corrupt hospital people. Look, there's gold in here, even though it was just RAM chips. You've got your copper oxide, your gold oxide, if that exists. And there's some gold nano there. This is what you put